people so that we can use sports as a way to look at how we can stop this menace of banditry and insecurity, and to integrate young people. You know, you look at, I was talking to a colleague of mine today. You look at some places where someone is born in a village, they go to school in a village. If they go to school, most of them, they don't go to school. Yeah? They get married in the village, they die in the village, they are buried in the village 60 years after independence. For me, it's a shame. It's a shame that we have failed to integrate our people, to give them the exposure. Why wouldn't these people fight? The only thing they know is their tribesmen. The only pen they know, because some of them are not going to school, is a gun. And then when they do the kind of banditry like what you are seeing in Kuria Valley, we get surprised. Why? What else do they know except their tribesmen? What else do they know except guns? But when we do this kind of thing, where people go to different areas, where we integrate young people and integrate communities from different areas, then we are going to find that somehow we start to reclaim our youth and to build the foundation of a new country. Let me say this. I've told you that I have been on this journey for 13 years. And I want to continue with this journey for another 40 years. It is very fulfilling. I want to do many, many, many more tournaments. This event today is about 3 things. One, and most important, is for this message. For this message that do nothing is not an option. You cannot just, you can't, this problem cannot wish itself away. Yeah? So this is a message that do nothing is not an option. The second thing is what Professor Agemates was calling the hummingbird story. Of this bird that was getting water and going to the forest until it put down the fire in the forest. Guys, you don't have to be big. I'm telling you that 13 years ago, I was nothing. I was not a member of parliament. I was nobody. I remember in that final, the guy who was helping me, my MATIANG'I, is now the governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja. Hey, do you want to hapa and hapa? Yeah? In fact, if you look at the photos, I've asked them to look for them. You will see a skinny Sakaja there. Alikuwa na chapa box ingine kwa kichwa. Akiwa mtu yangu ya mkono, akinisaidia katika that tournament. So you don't have to be big. You don't have to have a title. Na mimi nataka kuuliza, because hapa tuko na viongozi. Please, guys, viongozi, fellow leaders, let us not be stuck up with our titles and our positions. At the end of the day, we all came from somewhere. Hii sasa ubwana mkubwa, madam mkubwa, hii kitu inatuingia kichwa sana. And it's not good. Let us go back to the basics. Let us go back to the communities where we come from. And let everybody just pick one passion. You don't have to do football. Somebody asked me, oh, what about women football? Mimi nataka mtu mwingine ajitolee. Everybody should take one course. If all of us in this country, everybody takes a course, whether you have a possession or you have no possession, we will fix this country. I respect this, my sister, Senator Kuria, here. Because when she came to me, I was a minister for trade, and PS for investment is here. We rounded up. She told me her passion is about this, what she calls period poverty. How can we remove our people from this indignity? And we were able to, with your assistance PS, we were able to round up all the EPZ manufacturers, and they were able to donate a whole, containers of sanitary parts that she was able to give to whatever. And now we have agreed that we will scale it up, because why would I start something in that space if Kuria Roba is already ahead there? Yule mtu ambaye amepanda kidogo on a certain course, tunamuinua. Somebody else takes another course. this world and this country is not short of causes, which all of us can take one and say, because you are so lucky. Can you imagine? There's a constituency in this country called Ijara. Ijara constituency. Ijara, by the way, I think it's the size of Central Province. Yeah?
Bigger than that.
It's bigger than Central Province. From a very conservative community, especially at least in matters of women in leadership. But this my sister here, who served with me in Parliament, they voted for her as a member of Parliament, you know? Huh? They voted for a woman. Can you imagine campaigning at a door-to-door in a constituency bigger than Central Province? As a woman, na anachaguliwa. That is just grace of God. And so therefore, even as now, Sophia, you are privileged now to be the chair of the children's services. It is very important for us to know that we do not bribe God. It is just God's favor. Because kidogo tu, if something would have happened by now, wrong, if you are not a member of Parliament for Ijara, it was likely you would have been married off at the age of 14, because that is what happens to other young women in some of the places we come from. And so we are so privileged and so lucky. Can you imagine the guys who are in school with you? Yeah? At your married at that age? I withdraw and apologize. The point I'm making is that we are so privileged to come from where you come from. If you are passed through this door, everybody who is here because you are above average. You are not average. All of you are above average. Yeah? Everybody who is here is above average. And you know what? My vision is to have a country, but then in this country, you cannot survive if you are average. You know that? You are here because you are above average. Ebu angalia mwenzako mwambie, you are above average. Eh? And that is why you are here. Average people wako mashinani. Hawako hapa. Yeah? And for you to make it in this country, you have to be above average. But I look forward. And every day I wake up, even when I feel some energy is going low, I work hard for this country because I want to see a country where the average succeeds. Yeah? Let us build a country where, the other day I'm in charge of the National Youth Service. It's in my ministry. We were recruiting for the National Youth Service. So I went out during the day of recruitment just to see how things are. And I went to Kajiado. I went to a place in Kajiado, and I called the DCC of that area. I had given some quota system of how the youth will be recruited. And so I asked the youth, I asked the DCC, how come there are no people and you have not reached the numbers? To be in NYS, our minimum entry criteria is D. But in Kajiado, the DC told me, look at these manyatas. How can you get a D from here? We are officially, and I now declare Kenya to be officially a country of D-. We are a country of D-. Is it because we don't have people, or our people don't have brains, or they are stupid? No. But if you know the kind of challenges our people have to go through, it is really challenging. Some of this, and then you know, we come from that kind of background. Then God blesses us, we come here. Then it is like, for you to know what's happening where you come from, you have to Google. Huh? Hapo ndio umetoka. I was calling this young man called Chipukizi last night. Because I tried to call the member of parliament for Matungulu, where he come from, the Honorable Stephen Mule. I couldn't get him. So I said, let me call Chipukizi because At least I've been in his home, so I know where he come from. And the issue is because I'm coordinating this rescue for the floods. There is one man, the only safety, the only place of safety away from the floods, he's an old man. Alipata juu ya mti. Can I shock you? Nduva, Wakamba ni Wakamba tu. Siku 3 bado ako hai. Na ako juu ya mti. And I remember last night, I was discussing about that man in Oldonyosa book, where we were looking for a chopper to go and rescue. I think that is a real Zacchaeus, you know. 3 days, amepanda juu ya mti because in a place called in Mora constituency, a whole village, and what people are marooned from all over. There's no way of rescuing them because it's an island. Have you ever heard at Nikabua, your island? So I was talking to Mheshimiwa Kawaya at the island. Wapi? No, you Machakos kuna island. Imagine an island in Machakos. So now sasa nikwambia hivyo na wewe wa Machakos, you go to Google. Guys, let us go back to where we come from. Let us give back to society. Let us take the bother. Let us just care to ask ourselves. Ule mtu jii mmekaa hapa, naona watu hapa, young people, Karondo and your age. Be honest with me. If you go back to Kiharu where you come from, nikwambie uniletee classmate, anakaa mzee kuliko Atwoli. Na ni mtu mlisoma na yeye, you know? Because life has been hard for our people, you know? You find, when I was a member of parliament, I used to call a meeting for youth. So this guy, 50-something year old, he came from meeting. I told him, John, it is for young people. You can't say, no, me, I'm like them, because all my life I've never had any opportunity. What's the difference? Sijakuwa na kazi, sijakuwa na any meaning for something. So you have got youth who are 50-year-old who are saying, wakati wetu utafika tu siku moja. And they are 50-year-olds, you know. So we really have a lot of work to do. And I'm saying, let me say this, especially for people here who are privileged to have positions of leadership, whether you are elected, appointed, just know that we really have a lot of work to do. And not just you, people who are in business, people who are in employment, because you are above average, you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of work to do, not just for the average, but also for people who are below average, because nobody came to this earth by mistake. Mungu alipoumba sisi zote, they have a reason for all of us. So, let me end it there to thank you and ask for your support. But more than your support, please carry the message. Very simple message. Let us care. Let us care. Do not do this for votes. Do not do this to be praised. Do not do this for popularity. Do this because you care, and do this because you do not bribe God. It's just by His grace and favor that you are sitting here. And Sophia, even if you are married at 14, at least Mungu akakufanya mbunge wa Ijara. How now? That should even be reviewed. How? That's unconstitutional. How can a woman who was married at the age of 14 go ahead and win against men? You know, some of the people, if I show you some of the people who Sophia defeated, men, you'll be shocked. For constituency bigger than Central Kenya. So we are all here by grace. We are all here because we are lucky, and so therefore the minimum, the least we can do is to go back there and care. I will not bother you with stories. Oh, unajua serikali sisi tunafanya nini, ilienda ikarudi, because I'm not here as government. I'm here because I care, and I'm inviting you to care. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to appreciate our patron. Mpigeni makofi tafadhali, mpigeni makofi. Thank you. Our patron, the message is very loud and clear that we all must begin to care. And that's the challenge tonight. And so we want to request you once more, with your permission, sir, if you can come here. Your